Welcome to the Painful Life. I am Pain, and today I am voiceovering because, well, I'm over at Starbucks and there is music playing. So if the lips don't quite match, that's why. I sketched this little chicken turkey up. If you want any tips on how to do one of these little pictures, let me know in the comments and I will do a hand drawing of how I sketch these things up. If you're new here, welcome to the Painful Life. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit all those good buttons. Thank you to everyone who leaves a comment. I really do appreciate it. Today we are using just a plain old micro pen. To draw this turkey, my dad wants a more of a kid coloring page that he can give out, so this will be a freebie in my Ko-Fi as well. I haven't drawn too many full-on cartoon for kids, but I really enjoyed it. Today we are using a number 10 micro pen and a number 5. The number 10 will be for the thicker outlines, and the number 5 will be for more the detailed parts of the turkey. The lights in Starbucks are not the best, so I pretty much had to edit and use the coloring page to brighten up some of these pictures because originally it's more gray looking. But that's why you have a better editing system, so you can actually film anywhere where you might be at. And I happen to be at a debate team meetup, so they just happened to have Starbucks nearby, and so I was able to get some work done. Between my art and my writing, I actually had a really good, productive day, which hardly ever happens. If you're wondering why I am drawing a turkey, it is Thanksgiving in November. Thanksgiving is a national holiday out here in US, and we celebrate by eating a lot of food, usually with other family members that we don't see the rest of the day. It's kind of like a separate Christmas, but more with food. Hence, drawing the turkey. This year, I'll actually be going over to my sister's house, so I don't have to clean the house. Yay! So let's bring this turkey to life. And if you find him really cute and you want to, color them with you, your family, or anybody, feel free to go over my Ko-fi account and I'll have him as my freebie for the month. So let's get started and see if I can make something out of this video, especially since I'm not in my art room. This little turkey was actually kind of simple to make. I just kind of put a line of where I want the top of his feathers go, where I want his hat to be, where his feet would be, and he's basically circles on half circles. Anytime you're actually trying to draw a character, just look for the shapes and then just draw rough shapes. I had a little triangle for the hat. His face was pretty much round with two other round areas for his cheeks, a triangle for his nose, and his body was pretty much round as well with the cardboard. So he is a simple-ish type of character to draw. It just takes a little bit of practice to see the shapes once you like go onto Pinterest or really anything, or if you just do it out of your head and just get a couple pictures of the animal you want to do and just kind of turn them into a cartoon. And to turn any cartoon or animal into a cartoon, you're just basically exaggerating the roundness or the different areas that have like more shapes, be it round, be it triangle, give them bigger eyes, more human eyes, and that type of stuff. So really, you can take any picture, be it a real animal or Pinterest or whatever you might just happen to see, and make them your own. This picture itself is actually a mashup of 4 or 5 different types of cartoon turkeys that I saw, and a little pilgrim hat just added to them, and different shapes of the eyes and the cheeks. So just kind of made them my own just by looking at 3 or 4 different types of cartoons and then adding the bits that I liked the most and taking out the other ones that, yeah, didn't quite look as good. Yeah, like the beak was from one cartoon because I liked the little waddle and I wanted the turkey in face on. Feet were from another one, the eyes were from another one, and the body I just kind of looked up like animals holding signs and then just used the type of sign that was the right size and just added the body to it. Since the bird has feathers, instead of having paws, I turned the paws into feathers. So that's basically what I pretty much did to make the body. And then I just found a normal turkey feather, the surrounding back feathers poofed up, and found one that I kind of liked. The one I found was more simplified, and I just added a little extra damaged feathers here and there, and just to make it a little extra more detailed. If there's any type of animal you'd like to learn to draw, let me know and I will try to figure it out and do a video. If you actually want to see me do a SketchUp of one, let me know. They're a little harder to see because you're drawing in lead, and I could still do it. I just have to do it a lot darker, and so it makes it a little bit messier when I try to add just the outline. I know most of my videos are like after the fact type once I've drawn it, and not actually how-tos, because that's a lot of editing. And a lot of times I don't know what I'm going to draw until I do a SketchUp, and sometimes I'll do a rough SketchUp in a small little notebook, and then later on I will remake it. This one I actually did a little mock SketchUp in a little tiny notebook, and then redrew it in a larger one as this one. So, it's doable. But usually when I start drawing, I just kind of draw and then I'll fill it in and record myself filling it in after the fact. For the feathers themselves, I just kind of did a rainbow shape, and then I just separated into single feathers. So, just kind of long rectangle. Then I just add the main, what the heck did they call them? The quill, the part that gets the blood to the rest of the feather. And once I had every individual feather down, I just kind of add the extra little breaks in it and give the little feather a little extra depth, and so they weren't just, straight up just look like popsicle sticks out of the back end of this turkey. This is the first time I did it. That's kind of what they looked like, just like popsicle sticks sticking out of the back end of the bird. When I load this up to my photo editor, I might make the lines a little bit heavier. So in the video, they might be a little thinner, but when I actually get him all printed up, I might make him a little thicker just to make it easier for kids to stay within the lines. So what type of holiday things do you do? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? And do you guys have like little coloring books and stuff for the kids? Do you guys do any other type of activities besides just eating? Lots of football games and other types of activities. I know when I was younger, we used to go over to my aunt's and uncle's house and play football. I really sucked at it, but it was fun just to, roughhouse with all my cousins and stuff, so it's always fun. And, you get to see some family members that you don't really get to see too often. This first go over after I've actually done all the sketching and everything is just the outline. This is not basically the finished project. I will actually go back and do some shadowing and that type of stuff. A little extra detail on the feathers and just making it a little bit more three-dimensional. But the first time you go over any picture you make, just, get the basics of it, and then sometimes you might have to take a break and then come back and just do some of the detail. And don't do a whole lot of detail, just get a couple aspects in, maybe some detail on the feather, maybe a little bit of extra 3 dimension on the plank and that type of stuff. And then you can always come in and add more as needed. But, just don't try to get everything done in one setting. I did get everything done in one setting, but I did get a lot of work done on it before I actually just did the drawing itself. And, well, I did have the time, and I just sat down and talked with people as well, and was able to just take my time with it. The ladies at Starbucks, after I got it done, they're like, I just want to come over and see what you're drawing. And they're like, oh, this is awesome. And it's like, yeah, I'm just doing it for my dad, for his work. And, it's like, you want a copy of it? You can give it out to the kids. She's like, yes, please. So I gave Starbucks a copy and Smith's. And that little thing you just saw me do up in the corner was just a little bit of a PF, so I have my signature kind of just hidden in there. So as you can see, I got a little extra definition on the feathers. I didn't do a whole lot more, just kind of kept the shadowing in the feathers. And then afterward, I took it over to the help desk and had Smiths make some copies so they can kind of hand it out to anybody who wanted it. And like I said, the Starbucks lady came over and hung out, and we kind of chatted and told her some of my little story of how I got started about a year ago. Couldn't draw a stick figure, and now I'm a video channel and doing drawings, and I need to stop saying filler words. I'm trying to work on that. That's why I'm going to Toastmaster and all of those things. But that is the picture for this month. Like I said, go and check out my Ko-fi account, and it should be up by that time, and go get you a free copy and just enjoy having a day at coloring. Depending on type of paper you use, you can either just use crayon, pencil, or even marker if you have something a little thicker. So thank you for joining me this day, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, thank you, and I will see you next time. Love you all, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're celebrating.